Take your chance, beat it now. In my maze, I'm
YouTube, back with another video. Just wanted to say yes, Sparking Zero, very fun, very exciting. Might be like the best anime game that we had in a while. I'm really into it. It's really fun. And just wanted to say to the person that commented under my last video about me reaching Z rank, this is my first time actually, you know what I'm saying, doing these type of videos and editing really well. And just let me know if this really helps you. But without further ado, let's get right to the video, and I hope this helps everybody else. So step one, you want to master your perception, and you want to master defense. So what you want to do is you want to go into the training. If this helps, go into the training and adjust all your settings to where you can change the gauge settings, the display settings, the opponent settings, and just mess around with it. You know, just mess around with the health gauge. Make sure the computer doesn't die while you're practicing. And go to the CPU or go to the opponent settings and put on standstill, guard, or balance strategy, melee, and you can change the strength of the CPU. Secondly, what I want to point out is your combo routes with your preferred character, whatever your favorite character is. So basically what you want to do is how to really get in the hang of comboing. What you want to do is essentially when you dash behind your opponent is very vulnerable. Now sometimes your opponent may block, sometimes your opponent might sonic sway you. Yes, it's based off reaction. But if you do manage to catch your opponent off guard and hit him in his back, it is way harder to perception it and it's way harder to time rather than the person being in front of you and able to counter you. You can only counter a person when they are in front of you, for real. Also, combo trials that show how to do combos in this game, but I kind of figured it out by myself, not to throw that in, but I kind of just figured it out to myself. So if you initially do your full square combo, or if you're on Xbox, if you do your X combo fully, it'll leave your opponent like that, 5 hits, right? Now, as soon as you do the 5 hits, you want to tap X to dash, because what that does is it allows you to do a follow-up. Now that follow-up, right, lets you start another combo in your attack. So when you do this, right, when you do that, it initially starts something new and initially starts something different. Every character has unique attacks, right, like I said. So if you do 1-2, those back will do that. If you do double square and triangle, okay, on Xbox, if you do double X and Y, UI will do that, right? Now if I triple tap square and I one tap triangle, Goku Black will do that attack. So there's different attacks you can essentially do in this game to open your opponent up and to continue your combo. Now, like I said, when you initially do your square combo, you want to do the full 5 combo and then tap X. Usually it's easier, I feel like in the higher ranks, including me if I were to say, it is easier to counter the full, oh damn, I killed the character. It's easier to counter the full square attack because your opponent can react to that initial vanish attack. Your opponent can initially react to that initial vanish attack, and now you're put at a disadvantage because now your opponent is behind you, and you don't want that happening. You want your opponent to always be in front of you at all times. Now, essentially, you can sidestep. That's also another defense mechanic. People like to charge up their attacks mid-combo. So if you see them glowing and you see them slowing down, if you can react quick enough, what you want to do is you want to sidestep behind your opponent, and you can basically get a free combo on them. So as soon as you see your opponent glowing, I can't really like show it for real, but as soon as you see your opponent glowing, what you want to do is you want to side step your opponent and get behind your opponent. The characters, that's called Wild Sense, and there's After Image, and then there's After Image Strike. Now what Wild Sense does, Wild Sense makes you able, and it only takes 2 skill points, and you can get your skill points as much as you basically, if you're getting beat up a lot, you get skill points added to your character. Also, if you vanish a lot, vanishing gives you a lot of skill points too. So yes, Wild Sense takes only 2 skill points, and the majority of the characters have Wild Sense, After Image Strike, and After Image. Now what Wild Sense does, Wild Sense is making you able to vanish the initial attack, and you can upkick your opponent. Basically a get off tool. Do that as long as you have enough skill points. And now, is that annoying? Yes. Just want to say yes, that is annoying. Yes. So if you're a person that, you know what I'm saying, doesn't want to run fusion and just wants to, you know, use regular characters, it's totally fine. I'm just letting you know, be wary of like the fusions and what their skill sets are, because some fusions are OD. I feel like Vegito in Super Saiyan form is OD. That's how he gets After Image Strike, and then he gets Finish Sign, which allows him to have multiple buffs to his ki and strength to his attacks. And other than that, like I said, his attacks are very fast, so they're gonna be really hard to time to perception and counter exactly what they're doing. And yes, the matches can be very long. Essentially, if you run into a Vegito that spams After Image Strike, and we all know how After Image Strike is, like Goku or Full Power Jiren, anybody with 4 bars of health, essentially is going to be very hard. And that's where the skill comes in. And if you're running 3 bars of health, yes, that's fine to run that in rank, but you're more or less to run into people that are going to spam their skill points. And Vegito has an attack, like I said, After Image Strike, that makes you able to dodge multiple attacks, including ultimates and regular strike supers or any type of beam attack. So it's going to be very harder. Gogeta, like I said, Super Saiyan Gogeta has Wild Sense. He's basically able to vanish. Also, UI can vanish without ease. And this is not perception or anything, or this is not your regular R1 vanish, or if you're on Xbox, your RB vanish. This is regular skill sets people are using to vanish on their own, so that way they won't get hit. And then there are awakening abilities, right? Some characters have awakening abilities that allow them, right? Basically, characters have the unique skill to go right into sparking with enough skill points. So if you have any other unique skills that can help you get them off of you, or basically slow them down to where they can't get sparking off, so that way you can combat them yourselves, because you also need ki to vanish, right? You also need ki to vanish with square and X. So if you're on Xbox, it's X and A. So you need ki and you need all these things to stop them from hitting you or getting that combo starter on you with sparking. Now, if you find yourself on the offensive with sparking and your opponent is using their unique skills to their advantage and you are in sparking, just be aware of what skills that opponent has and where and what times they are going to use them. By that, I mean, since Gogeta has Wild Sense and I know Wild Sense only has 1 use, now I can rush in and now I can complete my combo, and now the only option he really has to get out of this combo is to perfectly time perception. But with that being said, let me know if I hit everything in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If I didn't hit everything, I'll be sure to hit it in the next video. I hope this helped you guys out. I know the story mode is kind of difficult right now, so I'm even struggling with it, and I'm still learning this game. But I'll be sure to input more things that I'm learning about this game onto my next video. Okay, peace.